What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DK Invest, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today, for this video, we're going to bring on a special guest, one of my friends, Nimbus. I've been watching his YouTube channel, and we recently connected, and I just want you guys to see how that went. So, this is going to be a start of, I want to say, a podcast. I want to do a series just bringing on people and talking. So, let's see how this goes, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Smash that thumbs up if you enjoy. All right, I'm trying to make this like kind of like a it's a little podcast interview, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna ask you 6 questions. Essentially, they're gonna be like, I guess, longer questions. Some of them are gonna be longer questions. Like just first one's gonna be introduce yourself. How long you been in the space? How did you start? And then
Okay.
give your The second one's gonna be, do you have any tips for newcomers that may be watching?
Yeah.
My main thing's been controlling emotions, so if you don't mind sharing your alpha.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So first, hi guys, my name is Nimbus. I'm an NFT YouTuber also, and I mainly focus on providing alpha for people starting out in NFTs. What I tend to preach is the whitelist method, which isn't for the most gains, but it's for the most consistent gains. It's kind of like leveraging your time for NFTs, which obviously isn't the end goal. Obviously, you want to leverage other people's time, or just play off the market. But when you're just starting out, I do recommend flipping whitelists, just because the downside is very minimal compared to the upside. Usually, things don't drop below mint on Ethereum, so you're very minimally exposed to losses when you mint stuff and flip them for profit. But on the other side, you are also less exposed to those crazy like face melting 100x gains you see sometimes, just because you're flipping them before reveal generally. And then I got into the NFT space. I've been in crypto since 2018. Got into the NFT space this year. Started out on the play to earn side through Axie Infinity, and then got into NFTs afterwards, or like at the same time.
Okay, so what year was that in like Axie Infinity?
Axie Infinity was also like beginning of this year.
Oh,
So like
beginning
I'd
of
say,
2021.
pardon?
Okay.
Yeah, beginning of 2021.
Okay.
Sorry. And then yeah, I forgot 2022 now. Yeah, so beginning of 2021, I was in Axie Infinity. And then I started playing it competitively later on, and then I ended up becoming like an Axie Infinity content creator. But I decided to step away from it just because the devs, I really can't agree with how the devs are managing this game. So yeah, like like while I was in the play to earn side in Axie Infinity, I got like introduced to NFTs. And before that, I was like trading cryptos.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I was in like the crypto game as well. Um,
Mhm.
but I recently just got into NFTs like in October. But yeah, I was kind of new to the space, and just a lot of people like Brett and everybody just helped me out. And 2021 was just like a crazy year. Like I saw like it was just a year of people making life changing money. We just had a whole bunch of new concepts come out, like Wolf Game, and even major artists hopping aboard NFTs like Coolman, and his project Coolman's Universe. Like Coolman Coffee Dan and what he built was pretty crazy, and it was kind of unexpected, right? Um, but what can you say, and what will be some of the next big things that will have groundbreaking concepts as Wolf Game did in 2021?
It's hard to say because I feel like the NFT market has a really good eye for these new groundbreaking things. Like, we always have these kind of metas where like something will become really popular, really groundbreaking, or like, and then a bunch of derivatives will get like ripped off of it, and then it'll suck the liquidity out of the market, and then we'll go into a bear market usually after this whole like meta is over, and then after the metas, and then we'll go back, and then like it'll just like keep cycling like that kind of. At least from what I've noticed in these patterns, it doesn't always happen this way, but like that's the most like prominent. So like before that, if you were here, like when cybercongs were going crazy, everything was a pixel project. Everything was like a cybercongs derivative, pretty much. And then they all had like breeding, and they all had a utility token. And then you'd like stake it or like hold it. You'd use the utility token to breed more. And then, like for example, like the most prominent one that's a cybercong derivative that's like seeing success, I'd say is Kaiju Kings. Um, they are like the baby version of CyberConks right now. Um, but for like what's up and next, I mean, we had like a land meta recently where like everything land was selling out. Right now we're having like a huge, because of the huge influx of people that are joining the NFT space are like beginners. They're still falling for like the beginner traps, and I feel like a lot of projects are marketing towards beginners. And we don't really see them because we're on like the Twitter, YouTube side. But if you're on like Instagram, if you're on TikTok, you're seeing these projects a lot. The most prominent one in recent history, I'd say, or like recent memory, is probably like Primate Planet or like MTG. These ones don't really have a roadmap. They're just like nice art. MTG kind of like riding the wave off of Artifact's Clone X launch, the one that got like picked up by Nike, and then Primate Planet just being like some high quality 3D art. So I think like the next meta, or at least the meta for a while, is going to be just like high quality 3D art, 10,000 NFT profile picture collections, and probably Bored Ape Yacht Club derivatives, because we've been seeing those do well, just because of all the hype Bored Ape Yacht Club currently has.
Yeah, even with like new things like Doodle Ape and everything, people are really going heavy for this 3D art, realistic type of NFT feel.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and how these derivatives are performing, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anything ape is getting all of the attention. Um,
Yep. Yep.
but people will still forget like how land is still like an upcoming meta. It just like switches on and off for a while. Like nobody.
That's right.
I was looking at NFT worlds when it was like around 0.12, 0.005. You feel me? Like,
Mhm.
and I was looking at it just because I was genuinely interested in like,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm so invested on like just invest in what you're interested in, because I was looking at NFT worlds because it reminded me of Minecraft. I was like, oh, this is a Minecraft world that I can buy, huh? I feel like this
Mhm.
is gonna do crazy. Minecraft is good, but I still didn't buy it because at the time I was trying to see what other influencers were looking at. So
Mhm.
I push heavily on forming your own opinion around
Mhm.
certain topics, and so I agree that the it's kind of hard to say that what's gonna perform and be new, but anything that doesn't just ride the wave off of Clone X or just ride the wave off of other projects,
Mhm.
because I feel like this 3D thing is like taking away from what NFTs was like originally kind of supposed to be.
Mhm.
So Nimbus, bro.
Yeah.
Another thing I am real big on, especially in 2022, is because especially how 2021 NFTs performed and everything. Um,
Mhm.
I'm really big on building. I'm really big on building communities, building
Yep.
friendships, and
Yep.
just building a close team just to make more money overall and just have a better vibe. Um,
Mhm.
so my question to you is just, what do you think about building, and what are some of your, or what are, damn it. So my question to you is, what do you think about building? Is it important? And what are some tips just to like build better relationships with, whether it just be projects or just other influencers, like just having better relationships with your community?
Yeah. All right. So like in terms of building, in the Web3 space, builders get rewarded the most. So like even like if you think NFT games are crazy, you should see the kind of gains developers have. Developers either charge like 15 to 40% of a project's initial mint, depending on how like on the agreement they come up on. Like even like I'm working on my own project right now, and I'm paying it like the cheapest developer I found was charging me like 150 an hour. And that's like the cheapest one. Like, but like usually for even for like a basic smart contract, just to like mint a 10,000 profile picture collection with zero utility, it might run you 4 to 5 Ethereum. And like once you create a smart contract for this mint, developers can honestly just copy paste it, especially if that's what they're looking to do, and just sell their intellectual property like that for 5 to 10 Ethereum a pop. And that's more gains you'll ever
Oh my
find than
lord.
you'll ever find in the NFT space, right?
Yeah, that's crazy,
So
man.
so builders get rewarded the most in crypto, and that's I think it's gonna be like that for a while, because they have like the true first movers advantage, because the demand versus the supply is just so, um, the disparity is so high, right? Like it takes so long to find a developer, not only just like first finding someone that can develop on like Web3 is already difficult, and then
Exactly.
it's even more
Exactly.
difficult to find someone that's also willing to work on the project with you. because they have so many offers and they're all willing to like bid on this developer's time. Um, so like honestly, if you guys do know code, I really would recommend picking up Solidity. You guys are probably gonna get paid more than like you would working in Silicon Valley right now, unless you're like a really high tier developer. Because like you just need a rudimentary understanding of Solidity to be able to make over 6 figures a year easily. In regards to like building communities and like getting to know people, I'd say if you're looking for alpha, the best places are either Twitter or Discord voice calls. If you're just starting out, if you guys do have questions, I've been in a lot of Discord voice calls when I'm either like trying to get my hands on a whitelist or just trying to like interact with the community, get a feel for like what's up before I go ahead and buy the NFT. If you guys do have questions, people in Discord are generally very helpful, especially on Discords that have a lot of hype, just because everyone is trying to get a whitelist, so they are a lot less inclined to be rude, because it'll definitely ruin their chance of being a whitelist. And since they're trying to show the community that they provide value and that they're helpful, they will try and help you out. Yeah, like if you're new to NFTs, I would recommend dropping into just like random hype projects discords in their voice chats, and just asking questions. It's probably the best way to learn stuff. When it comes to like kind of like getting your hands on your own alpha, when I started out, what I would do was I would look through the shill zone channels of discords that were like doing well at the moment, with like a lot of active people in it. Just because, like again, I do preach whitelist farming to people in the beginning of their NFT journey, and that's where you'll find like a lot of small discords with OGs, or discords that are like kind of in their infancy. So it'll be a lot easier. Like you just pop in, take a look at the project. Does it interest you? Yes or no. If it does, then you know, try and get a whitelist, try and get OG. If it doesn't interest you, on to the next one. And then also like when you're in these voice chats, when you're grinding these whitelists on Discords, you'll end up meeting people, and these people might have connections to alpha groups. They might have their own alpha group, and you kind of like get intertwined with the community like that. Just like providing value to the community, and just interacting with people in the community, you'll end up meeting a lot of cool people.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just being involved in the community, like, especially when I moved from, traditional social media like Instagram, Snapchat, and, trying to text my friends every day. When you actually go into Twitter and you go into Discord and you meet all these people, especially connecting in voice chats,
Yeah.
um, it's just it's just a different experience. You actually get to they're more genuine in person, because everybody just wants to make it. It's like is that
Yeah,
not true? So
exactly.
like, everybody just wants to make it. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Yeah.
in the Web3 space is just so kind to each other. So
Mm-hmm.
you can ask anybody in this space, and you can most likely get it. Like any question that you have, you can ask, and don't be afraid to ask, because people are real generous. And if you are new to NFTs, if you are watching and you're still new, just I recommend going into these Discord VCs, go onto Twitter Spaces and ask a question. Like, ask a legit question to a dev.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And like I think the sentiment is carried throughout like the Web3 space, especially NFTs, just because like like obviously a lot of people like to talk about it, but the more people join NFTs, the higher, the more liquidity we have in the market, and the more liquidity we have in the market, uh, the more money can go into projects, right? So we actually lose out on gains if we are not welcoming, and it kind of like obviously like NFTs do kind of work like a Ponzi scheme. You know, they're not a Ponzi scheme, but they do function like one. And when you look at like how everything works, you know, like you need someone to buy you out if you're trying to sell something. You need someone, like you need to buy it off someone to get in. Um, so there really is no incentive to like be unwelcoming to people. The more liquidity we have in the market, the more money we'll be able to sell things for. The more money we'll be able to get in, or like we'll be able to like also have on project mints and stuff like that. Just like in short term, like more liquidity. The more liquidity we have in the market, the better off we all are.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And why not? Because especially it benefits builders, benefits everybody in the long run. But definitely getting on the Web3 side, like just learning Solidity and just if you definitely know how to code, because that's something I'm trying to learn right now,
Yeah.
because it's just when you actually really think about it, you just have to go on YouTube for real and just learn how to write or learn how to do JavaScript, and then you learn Solidity right after, or you can just learn
There's
Solidity and
actually
then
a
do
website.
JavaScript.
It's called Crypto Zombies,
Hmm.
and it's really recommended by a lot of um, developers in Solidity, and they pretty much gamify the whole like Solidity coding experience.
Really?
It's like a whole course from like front to back on like a good amount of Solidity, and they walk you through the whole process of learning it. So it's just cryptozombies.io,
Okay.
and yeah,
Definitely
you
gonna
should
have to
check it
save
out.
that.
Yeah,
CryptoZombies.io.
yeah.
All right. Let's end off with the final question.
Sure.
Finally, 2022, the year of gaming, music, mass adoption. What is your investment strategy for this new year? And what are just your final tips for this entire year? Just market wise, crypto wise, gaming wise, music wise. Like, what do you think is gonna really like be the best, or what is just your investment strategy for this year? Like,
So my investment strategy this year is mainly make gains off of NFTs. I'm obviously going to try and pick up more blue chips once this bull market is over. I feel like everything is, a little, it's too high to buy. Where like I don't want to buy the top. I'll wait for the market to die again. So in a bull market, usually your blue chips pump, and then in bear markets, what you want to do is just flip NFTs and rotate the funds into either gaming coins, gaming NFTs, or rotate the funds into blue chips. And then um, when the bull market comes again, like we're seeing right now, blue chips will increase in price. You'd sell them off, and then you would just hold the liquid until the bear market and allocate more, and then you just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Um, in regards to music, I'm a huge like trap and rap fan, but I do feel like it's getting kind of dry, getting kind of repetitive. Hopefully, we get something new that isn't this hyper pop stuff. Not a big fan of it. Um, and what was the last question again? Sorry.
um, just what do you think is just really gonna be popping off in this year? Like, what do you think is
I
like the main focus would be in 2022?
I
2021
think
was like profile pictures and
yeah, yeah. In 2022, I think it is the metaverse. The metaverse is probably where we're gonna see all the capital liquidate to, or rotate to, sorry. And so what's gonna lead the metaverse? We're looking at gaming. We're looking at 3D models. We're looking at metaverse land. Um, yeah, like it's just this is the year of the metaverse. Honestly, like
exactly.
wherever Facebook is allocating their funds, it's probably the future. Facebook has had a
Yes.
grip on like Facebook/Google has had like a grip on like the future of everything for like the past 15 years, 10 years. So if
Exactly.
if Facebook is willing to change their company name to Meta, I think we're at the right spot. Some final tips and final parting words I got for you guys is it's cheesy. You probably heard this before, but I can't stress it enough. Don't forget to take profits. All right. When others are greedy, be fearful, and when others are fearful, be greedy. That's how you get the gains. That's how you get the best gains. And this bull market won't last forever, guys. I know it feels great. Everything like everything everyone touches is pumping right now. Everything is making everyone money, but it won't be like this infinitely. It'll eventually have to go back to bear. And when it does, make sure you guys have liquidity to start dollar cost averaging into projects again.
All right. Thank you, Nimbus. Thank you for joining me. I know that you are busy. You have a lot going on.
It's all good, man.
Schedule is going crazy. I know it's hard to, be consistent with this YouTube thing. So
Yep.
I'm going to give you the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me
No
on
problem, man.
this. I want to do this like a little podcast. So I want to do this a little episode. So thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day, bro.
Yep, you too, man. Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem, bro. Let's do it again. Alright, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed that conversation that me and Nimbus had. Nimbus is so smart in this space, so I recommend giving him a follow and a subscribe on YouTube. I'll link both his YouTube and his Twitter in the description. Make sure you guys check out his videos and get in on his Alpha Discord. Check in. You have to be there on time, have notifications on. So make sure you guys do that. And if you guys enjoyed this video, go on ahead. You already know. Smash that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, turn on notifications, do all of that, because all I'm trying to do is bring this hot and spicy alpha to you guys as well, bro. Come on now. Let's build, bro. So this is getting to the part of the video where, bro, expand your horizons, explore new things, and dude, just get your knowledge up, man.